Let's play! Whoa! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You all may call me Pharaoh, and welcome back to Let's Play Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Last time we left off, we began Chapter 3, and it looks like Big Luke is going to be doing some recon work in order for us to get properly into Chinatown and into the towering pagoda, whatever, because apparently that is where Layton, evil Layton, is being headquartered. So, we're on our way to Chinatown, but we found some boards that led back into the casino, but it's like, okay, we're done there. So now we can actually move forward here. And where are we? It looks like we're looks like we're on the right track. Here's the River Thames, which I think I'm saying right. It's not Thames, because I still remember when I was playing Layton versus Right, that was something everybody corrected me on. It's like, it's not Thames, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm not very cultured, apparently. Indeed, and it looks as majestic as ever. I suppose some parts of London never change, even after 10 whole... Hey, that wasn't there before! I see you've noticed it too, Luke. That has to be the biggest lighthouse I've ever seen, and it sure wasn't there before. It's in almost pristine condition, so it must have been built fairly recently. Interesting, so this is Riverside Hill. Got a few hint points here. We got one by the base of the big tree, kind of like in the shrubs. We got the one on the top step here, and then the top right building, not the lighthouse itself, but the one right next to it. Not the trunk, idiot. A little underneath it, so right there. Okay. Who are you? You look fancy. Good day, you two. Isn't the view here positively glorious? You kind of remind me a little bit of the announcer. Yes, it's quite nice. It's nothing short of breathtaking. Psst, Professor, look at the sky. Do you suppose you could be part of the family? Now, you listen, boy. I'm standing right here. If you have something to say it to my face. What's more, I don't appreciate being associated with those drably dressed ruffians. Look at the suit, boy. Do you see that stitchwork? This was custom made in Italy. Italy, I say. Ever so sorry, sir. I meant no offense. It was foolish of me to think you were part of that bunch. Well, as long as you acknowledge your mistake, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones this once. But just so there's no doubt as to my identity, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stand London's most distinguished, dashing, and debonair man. The name's Graham. Cracker. I would tell you to remember the name, but I know you'll never forget it. Got it. Graham, London's most distinguished, dashing, and I forgot the last part. But I won't forget the name, I promise. So I gotta say, Luke is not very good at whispering, because this is not the first time, or even the second time, that people can clearly hear what he is saying. So, just saying. Now we can't go to the left. I wonder what's there, but let's continue on to the right. I thought that guy was wearing like a damn diving suit for a second. Your head is just humongous. But maybe that's why he's sad. Oh. But we're on the Iron Bridge. We got a hint point on a drainage pipe there to the left. We got one right in the middle of the bridge. And we have one on the rock on the bottom right. There we go. Alright, let's talk to this guy. I hope the guy is not thinking anything bad. He has a puzzle, though. Oh, hello there. Say, do you happen to know if this is the way to Chinatown? Yeah, this path will take you there. Probably. Probably? Haven't you taken this path before? No way. I just got this feeling that something could happen to me down there. Something bad. Like, what if I had a run-in with the family? That would get messy fast. I'm better off just staying here and solving puzzles. Yeah. Hide and go and seek. Let's see here. I got a feeling the family's goons might be lurking around here. I didn't want any trouble, so I've hidden in a spot where I can spy on them without being seen. Do me a favor, will you, and tell me how many goons there are. Ooh, this is gonna suck. Do they just... Okay, what is the best way I want to handle this? I could actually maybe use the lines to my advantage here. I don't know. Do I want to go like vertically or horizontally? Well, let's try to horizontally. So we got one. Well, wait, is that a goon or is it a cutout? That's what I don't understand. Let's just assume it's an actual goon. So we got one there. Guess we got 2, 3, 4. I think you're part of the same one. 5, 6, 7, 8. Crap, was that 9? I think that's 9. Some of these guys are like, you know, we're in a couple of my paths, but like I'm pretty sure like that's 1. That's okay. So this is the one that almost got me though, but it's shaking quite a bit anyway. So yeah, I believe there's 9 of them. That is not how you do a 9. There you go.
Here's my answer. I knew it!
Alrighty. Correct. There are 9 goons creeping about. Alright. Why is Don Paulo the one of the customers, apparently? Here, you solved my puzzle. Guess you're not part of the family, then. They're not too bright, see? Of course not. We're no family goons. I'm Luke, and this man here is the famous Professor Layton. Oh! Layton, you say? Of course he's not a family goon. He's the head honcho. Help! Somebody help me! Oops, I forgot how the name Layton tends to scare the socks off people in this time. Yes, it's unfortunate, but people seem to think I'm a criminal. On a more interesting note, do take a look at the ground, Luke. The wet footprints from that guy, I forgot his name already. Those footprints must belong to the man who just ran off. Come to think of it, his feet and pants were all wet. But why? It's a bit chilly to be out for a swim, don't you think? Indeed. So how did he get all wet? That's actually that's the last mystery? Okay, wet clothes. Men in white laboratory coats seem to be all over this part of town, but the odd thing is that their trousers and shoes are always soaking wet. Why on earth would they be walking around London with wet feet? I know it's going to be... I'm getting a little bit of vibes from Curious Village. Spoiler! That maybe somehow people are being, like, swapped out in some capacity, but I don't know. We'll see. And actually taking a look at, really quick here, because, like, I'm recording this after, like, you know, even the last episode. I've been recording this, since uploading the very first video of the series. And I had a few questions of mine answered. Like, I kept thinking that perhaps Dr. Stangun was, voiced by Cam Clark. It's not. It's actually Liam O'Brien, which definitely makes a lot of sense now that I think about it, because he sounds very, very similar to the Grim Noir book in Nier, but also War in the Darksiders franchise. So I'm like, ooh, that makes a lot more sense. But I heard that tinge of Cam Clark also come out there. So anyway, all right. I guess we'll just oh wait, hold on. There is a hidden puzzle by clicking the river a bunch. It's our lucky day. We seem to have stumbled upon a hidden puzzle. Cluttered cans. Oh god. 3 canned food products are randomly stacked up. You need to rearrange them into stacks of the same product. However, if you want to move a can that has cans on top of it, you have to move them all at once. Also, you can't have more than 6 cans stacked up at a time. Sounds easy, right? Oh, one more thing. You have to do it in 6 moves or fewer. Oh, screw you, game. Now it just won't let me. Okay. Oh, that wasn't bad.
Let's see if I've got this right.
Okay. Once again, it's one of those puzzles that you
Well,
can't
that's
really
settled.
fail. You'll get it down eventually. I don't know if I did it in the right moves, but I got it down anyway. Now everything's in order. Nice! And that's that. You know, Professor, with all the trees here, this hill's actually kind of creepy. They may have eyes. What's the matter, Luke? Are you afraid of bumping into a ghost? Come on, Professor. I know you would never believe in something so unscientific. Unscientific, you say? Yeah, there's no proof that ghosts exist. Nothing based on fact, anyway. And as a matter of science, naturally you don't fear something as silly as ghosts, right? Well, maybe just a little. I mean, give the kid a break, Layton. How old is Luke? I mean, like, shoot, there's adults who are scared of ghosts, so... We're here, I love it's called, it's the Shady Grove. There's 3 hint coins here in the Shady Grove, including one on the top of the stump here in the top left. I think it's a stump, I'm not really sure. One on the very bottom right, I don't know, it's like a mossy area right there. And the top right of one of the bricks here. There you go. However, there's another hidden puzzle if I keep clicking this thing here on the right. I spy with my little eye a hidden puzzle. Paving the garden. Oh, crap. You want to lay one of the 5 types of paving stones below, around your garden without their overlapping each other, or any of the 4 white flower bushes. You can rotate the stones, but they can't be flipped. Which one would you use? A, B, C, D, or E? Okay. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. So we got like that and that. That doesn't work. I'm trying to think of any other way to possibly use it, and I just don't. Right there, it's just not going to work. So, okay, let's go to another one. Is B only? I'm assuming it's 3. How the hell is that going to work? So definitely not B. Can't see how it could be C. D. No. If I do E, that works, that works, that works, and that works. I don't think I can do it any other way with any other pieces, so E it is.
Here's my answer.
There you go.
I knew it!
Stone E is the only one that will work. Huh! I knew I could do it! Alright, let's head on out. The black market. Hey, it's that flower thing again. Well, we got a few more hint coins. One's going to be in the top right sign right here. One's going to be in the middle. One's going to be in the window right in the middle. Right there. And one is going to be... It's kind of next to the flower. Like, yeah, right here. That was I didn't want to click on the guy, I didn't want to click on the flower, but, you know, there we are. Alright, now we can talk to the guy. Steven Seagal! Psst. Hey there, you two. You got a lost look about you. Do you know where you are? I confess we do not. It's our first time passing through here. Listen, I could be wrong, but it looks like you two are a couple of upstanding citizens. I'm a nice fellow, so I'll clue you two in. You're standing right on top of a black market bazaar. Black market? Wow! Wow is right, kid. We saw a lot of weird stuff around here, and no one questions where it comes from. If it was me and those shiny loafers of yours, I'd keep my head down and vamoose as quick as I can. Yes, that seems prudent.
Before we go, though, tell me, why do people come all the way out here to do their shopping?
Listen, kid, the things for sale here, well, let's just say you won't find them at the supermarket. But come to the bazaar, and who can say what treasures you'll find?
So, you deal in antiques and other rare items?
I think we've asked enough questions for one day, Luke. Let's move on, shall we, before we get capped. You two be careful. Oh, if you're ever in the market for something hard to locate, swing by. Alrighty. What the hell is that thing on the left? That's a puzzle for us, though.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Cat.
That cat is... Is it okay? Meow, meow. Catanova? What's he saying, Luke?
He says he's in a bit of a jam, Professor.
I hope to God that we can eventually figure out why Luke can listen to animals. Like, it's a very Dr. Dolittle thing going on here. So yeah, cat romance. This tomcat, my God, look at him, guys. This tomcat is trying to meet up with his sweetheart. Uh-oh. However, the dogs in the squares of X's can smell a cat up to 3 squares away and chase him off. They can't, however, smell a cat through a wall. Which entrance, A, B, C, or D, should the tomcat take to be reunited with his lady friend? Ooh. Okay. So, I think the best way to kind of do this is mark the paths that these cats can essentially utilize. I don't know if they, when they say 3 squares away, does that include, like, you know, a spot like this? I don't think it matters with this particular dog, but, you know, still. But, like, for example, like, this X here, like, once again, does it really matter, per se? Like, if I did this... Actually, it would matter if I use D, but let's try something else out, so... What the hell am I doing with my life? Well, actually, wait a minute. Even if I did it kind of like this, even if I didn't do all 3 squares, like, D's not going to work because of this. A's not going to work because either if I go down here or up there, he's going to get hit. B, boom, right there. So, C... C works? You go get that... Never mind, I was going to say a really bad joke. You guys know what I was going to say. How about that?
I knew it!
There you go. The answer is C. Reunited at last. You guys have fun.
Meow, meow. I know. I'm glad we could help too.
Yes, glad to be of service. It was a really weird day. So, well, let me click on this flower.
I can't stop looking at this curious flower and the strange little insects zipping around it.
So, maybe that's just like kind of like if there were any puzzles left over, maybe this is what we have to do, but I don't know. Alright, now we're at the Chinatown Gate. That gate looks very sophisticated for this part of town, but let's grab our 3 hint coins. One's going to be in the bottom left, like a bin. One's going to be in the top right, kind of like that archway up here. And one's going to be the very bottom right. I don't know what the hell that is. It kind of looks like a shoe from here. But there we are. So who are you guys? Schmemley? Schmemley? Why do you have a name I probably hear from one of the Edgar Wright trilogy movies, like, you know, Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz? I never saw the third one. Was it World's End? I don't think I've ever seen that one. Oi, just what do you two think you're doing? No one passes through this gate here. Now clean out, or we'll be having more than words with each other. Clear out. I see.
The nerve of them! They're just a pair of brutes, don't you agree? Professor, what are you thinking about?
Tell me, Luke, did those two remind you of anyone we know? It's not an exact match, but they do bear an odd resemblance to a certain pair of fellows we know.
Of course! You're talking about Inspector Chemney and Barton!
Oh my gosh, Schmemley? Oh. Wow. Hey, they got me! Alright. I am. The similarities are quite striking, don't you think?
Big guy in charge, check. Short assistant, check. But something tells me the Inspector wouldn't take kindly to being told he resembles a criminal.
Speaking of the Inspector, did his presence at the event seem at all odd to you?
The event? Do you mean the time machine demonstration?
Yes. Why do you suppose a police inspector was invited to an event like that in the first place?
Well, he's cracked quite a few tough cases. Maybe his celebrity status got him invited.
Yes, I'd assume the same thing. After all, pseudo-celebrity status is what got you and me our tickets.
Pseudo-celebrity? Nonsense! You're the great Professor Layton. The very model of a modern-day English gentleman.
Crap, hold on a minute, guys. I felt like something fell on my face. I'm like, what the hell was that? I hate to say it, Luke, but I think you're the only one who'd heap that kind of praise on me. From what I saw, almost everyone there was part of London's upper class or the media. The Inspector and I were clear exceptions to the otherwise homogeneous list of names.
So,
the question looms before us. Why did Dr. Stangun, whoever he is, invite the Inspector and me? Well, I wouldn't give to hear the Inspector's take on the event.
Yeah, it's too bad we have to go back to our own time to ask him. Wait a second. What if the Inspector's still working here in the future?
Professor, there you are.
Oh, hello, Big Luke.
I couldn't help but overhear you as I ran up. Did you say you'd like to meet up with the Inspector? Yes. Ideally, we would meet him back in our time while the events of 10 years ago were still fresh.
I think we can make that happen. But how?
Let's continue this conversation away from prying eyes, shall we? Why don't we head over to the wooded area to the west? Oh, I want to take a look at these guys again. There's a way back to our time, but let's head to the wooded area. No, I want to see them! Because the thing is, like, if they're really... I mean, once again, logically, did we actually go 10 years in the future? I find that hard to believe. So, if this is apparently Inspector Chemney and Barton, and they're in disguise investigating something, maybe... Well, you know, hold on a minute. They would see us and they would say something, wouldn't they? I don't know. Either way, we have another hidden puzzle by clicking on this door a bunch of times. Oh, look! A hidden puzzle. An extra block. Got a lot of block puzzles in this game. The green frame and 6 orange blocks below are all composed of identical equilateral triangles. Ew. The frame can be perfectly filled using 5 to 6 blocks. The blocks can be flipped and rotated in any direction and to fit into the frame. Circle the one block that isn't used. Oh, damn it. Of course he won't let me use the damn thing. Like, I was hoping I could just kind of, like, mess around with it, whatever, but... Alright, where's my memo? Let's see, how would this work? I think that's 1. Can I use anything to fill in the bottom right? Yeah. Alright, let's just kind of equate these as well. Sorry, I'm sure there's an easier way to do this as well, but... Okay. Is that 3? Even if I rotate... Crap, no, maybe that wasn't it. I wish I can just erase a portion. Where else would I mean, I could try putting it here too, but then I still don't think, like, I'm gonna have like 2 slots or whatever left over, and I don't think any of these are gonna work. Even if I flip it, I think. Alright, let me do this again. Can I use this? Like, how many is that? And just went up 1, I think. Game, calm down. What's gonna fit in 1 slot? Maybe this one? If I rotate it, I think it's kind of weird to visualize, though. I don't know if I'm getting it all. But if I do that, now the one I was using originally, this one, that would fit into this. So I guess the only thing that's not going to be used is the very small diamond.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Okay.
Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
I'm a little bit surprised about that one. Let's see. Was it tough to assemble in your head? Kinda, yeah. There's actually a really easy way to solve this puzzle. Oh, bastards. The frame is composed of 22 identical equilateral triangles, okay? The 6 blocks together are composed of 24 triangles, which is 2 too many. This means the unused block must be the one made of only 2 triangles. Oh! Damn, that would really been nice to know ahead of time. Then again, how the hell would have been a puzzle at that point? Okay, that's really cool. I'll keep that in mind if we ever come across that again. I doubt we're gonna go find something like that again in this game, but maybe in the future games and series. Nothing like a bit of exercise for the brain. Alright, well, I guess we can head back down to the west area.
There. Much better. I don't think anyone's likely to overhear us here. You mentioned that there's a way for us to come to visit the inspector who exists in our own time. I can only imagine this means returning to the present. Is that possible? Indeed, Professor. But the only way to do it is to use the wormhole in the clock shop. But the door to that place is bolted shut. How will we get in? That shouldn't be a problem. I can get that door open for you. Strange. Why is it you have such easy access to the wormhole? I promise I'll explain everything when we get there. Please trust me on this. For now, let's return to the clock shop in Midland Road. What about our plan to head into Chinatown? That will have to go on the back burner for now. The situation has changed.
Okay. Oh, are we actually done with the chapter? We are. Okay. Back to the future. Present. And the creepy smiling lady. I know I didn't mention anything about her before, but yeah, her smile did freak me out from the very first cutscene we saw of her when we entered a clock shop. Alright, well, let's make our way back to, I guess, the clock shop, unless we have stuff along the way.
Say, when was that lighthouse on the Times built?
About 5 or so years ago. Did anyone complain about the lighthouse's peculiar location? Building a structure like that in the middle of the Times seems like it'd do more harm than good.
You make a good point, Professor. But enough chat about the city. We need to make it for the clock shop.
Now, see, I just don't like how they're just like, they're like just sweeping things under a rug. Like, don't worry about it. Oh, thank goodness you stopped. The most debonair gentleman in London requires your assistance.
Okay. What's the matter?
It's that blasted bird over there. The dreadful creature swooped down and plucked the best cufflinks right off my sleeves.
What bird?
Well, I'm assuming that one. He has a puzzle for us.
Oh, that must be the bird this fellow was talking about. Oh, wow! A parrot!
Don't just stand there gaping. Grab that awful thing before he gets away.
You may not have noticed, sir, but we're in a bit of a hurry here. Listen to yourself, Big Luke. Don't you remember what the professor always says? Helping people in need is the duty of every gentleman. Suppose you got me there. Very well then, let's think. This bird clearly likes shiny objects. Tell me, sir, do you have anything shiny we could borrow for a moment?
Of course, what sort of gentleman would I be without the proper accoutrement? The hell did I just say? Here, I carry around this garden for when I need to accessorize with a little flash. Oh dear.
What's wrong?
Curses, my garden has fallen to the bottom of my bag and I can't reach it.
I'm making it very easy to help you, sir. Stop being a little bit...
Cluttered bag. Well... We got, like, what, 5, 6 episodes in without a damn sliding puzzle? It was bound to happen. Ew. Alright. A red garden has fallen to the bottom of a downright cluttered bag. Can you slide around the other items in the bag to move the gem to the top? Probably not, but... I mean... We will. It's just gonna take time. No. No! I don't believe myself how I did that. I refuse. Is this simply because I've been playing the games now, you know, in succession that my brain is like kind of like subconsciously wired to solve these sliding puzzles now. That was very
Allow me
weird.
to present my solution. Puzzling? I think not.
That was very odd. How many moves could I have done? I think I did it like a 17 or something. Great, just look at that sparkling gem. I am very surprised with myself. Aha! There we are. With any luck, this flashy bauble will attract the feathery fellow. When he gets close, see if you can make friends. Leave it to me! Right then, here goes. Ah! Here he comes! Oh! Don't tell me what the hell that was. Don't worry, little guy, we won't hurt you. Ah! Squawk! You don't say. Say, that bird seems pretty keen on you. Are you friends now? Wait a minute! Big Luke, why wouldn't you know what he's saying? Oh, see? This is why I don't trust your dumbass. Of course! Now that you're friends, why don't you give him a name? That's a great idea, Professor! But what should I name him? I don't know. I was able to utilize, like, real-world references for the robotic dog and the hamster that we got in the previous games, but a bird? I don't know if I know anybody who owns a bird. Or, no, I did, but now I don't even know if they gave the bird a name. Okay, I'm trying to think of a viral parrots on YouTube, and I forgot their names too. One's like Blue, who keeps saying like, "What you doing?" or something like that. Was his name Bluey or Max or? You know, F it. Just because I said Max, this bird's name is Max. I'm not gonna dwell on this. Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Max. Hello back at you. I'm Luke. Nice to meet you too, Max. Well done, Luke. That was amazing. Of course. What else would you expect from the apprentice of the great Professor Layton? The parrot minigame has been added to the trunk. You have a new feathered friend, Max the parrot. The parrot minigame has been added to the trunk. First, have the parrot play with Luke to learn the basics. Once you've done that, you'll have the chance to do lots more of your parrot pal. Okay. Thank heavens you caught that feathery menace. What fine young men you two are. Keep at it, and one day you may each may become a true gentleman like myself. We're glad we can help. Here you go. I believe these cufflinks and garnet are yours. Yes. There we are. With these on, I'm even more devastatingly handsome than before. Now I believe you two young men deserve something for your trouble. There's no need, sir. Right? Yes, he's right. Helping people is reward enough for any gentleman. Oh, damn it. No, I want to know what the hell he was going to give us. Well, really quick, I guess we can take a look what the hell the parrot minigame is, but really quick, get rid of those. And parrot. Hey, let's have some fun, Max. Squawk! Right, so all we have to do is bring that apple to me. You think you can do it? Squawk! Your parrot has generously volunteered his services as a delivery bird. Unfortunately, the heavy items he has to carry make it hard for him to fly properly. Predict his flight path and help him to the recipient by making perches out of rope for him. Create a perch for your parrot by connecting any two posts with a rope. The number of ropes at your disposal changes with each delivery request. The position and angle of each perch will affect the trajectory of your parent's flight. Build efficient perches that will help your parent get to his destination as quickly as possible. Ropes can't intersect with each other. Also, you can't attach two ropes to the same post. Tap clear to erase all the ropes. You draw them from the screen. Tap start to send your parrot out to deliver a package. Watch how he flies closely. If you want to cancel delivery attempt while the parrot's flying, tap quit. When the parrot lands on a flat perch, he'll return to his basic flight path when he takes off next. By laying out a number of well-placed perches, your parrot can fly to very high places. Complete the course by guiding your parrot over to the delivery recipient. During delivery, if your parrot flies off-screen or falls into a hole, you must reattempt delivery. Your parrot must reach the recipient before time runs out, so keep an eye on the clock. Crap, this is actually timed? 5 ropes, 15 seconds. Okay, so it tells us the trajectory already. Well, if I click start... Oh, no, that's right, he just continues again. Hold on a minute. Can't I just do that? I still have enough time, right? Yay! An apple for Luke.
Wow, great work, Max. You got that apple to me in no time.
Wow, great! Wow, great!
Whenever you want to do another delivery, just give me a squawk, won't you?
Delivery squawk! Delivery squawk! Alright, is there another one by chance?
Hey, let's have some fun, Max.
Squawk!
So all you have to do is bring that apple to me.
Oh crap, yeah, so we do have another one. Well, we'll do that. I think we can just do this. Maybe you can get up there? Let's see. Okay, that worked too. Wait a minute. How do I know? Didn't I just redo this? Wait, hold on, I'm a little bit confused now. How do I pick different ones? No, these are all... How many times I gotta do this? That's odd. Okay, I guess we can do that. Maybe I can do this, but then I don't know what the hell it... He might fall into the hole, but let's see what happens here. Oh man, I was very close though. Oh, now I completed the request an apple. No, wait. Did I? Did I not? Did it say this before? Hold on. What else is... Another apple. Okay, no, see, it's just kind of redoing it now. So I'm a little bit confused. When the hell can I do more? Or maybe I just can't? I don't know, I'm just a little bit confused here. Today is a big day. At last I shall propose to the most enchanting woman of all London. That is, I shall make a business proposition.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yes, at last Belle, radiant goddess that she is, will know my heart's deepest secret. And that is to start a clothing line with her. You see, though I am a stylish gentleman, one might argue the most stylish gentleman in town, no one has their finger on the pulse of fashion like teenage girls. What's more, every genius needs a muse, and that's where Belle enters the picture.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Okay. I guess that is that here, so let's begin making our way down. What time am I at? No, I still got some time. Gotta get back to the clock shop. As I said before, thankfully navigating around the Layton games is nothing like crazy.
Let's take the path on the left up here. The left? Will that take us all the way back to Midland Road as well? It will, and in half the time.
Oh, okay, that would have been nice to know before, but alright. Yay, shortcut. But that does take us to a new area, including the Park Gate. We have a hint coin in the top left.
What if that haze is caused by pollution? It's somewhere. There it is. I was like, I know it's somewhere around there. There you go. There's a shrub kind of to the left here of the park. There you go. And then on the right pillar, there we are. Who are you, good sir?
I see you staring at me. What do you need, boy?
Oh, nothing, sir. I just saw you there and thought I'd say hello.
Ah, you got some guts approaching me. Makes me laugh. Ah, it's been a while since I had myself a chuckle like that. Let me thank you for a puzzle.
Okay. Let's see here. Coat confusion. The 4 children below were playing in a park when they suddenly realized they needed to go home. Oh god, here comes the ones I was like, which one's lying? Or who's telling the truth? So they realized that they needed to go home. In their haste, however, they mixed up their coats. A, I forgot my coat. B, hey, A's name's written in his coat. C, wait a minute, I didn't even bring my coat today, but I'm wearing one now. D, this definitely isn't my coat. So, who's wearing D's coat? Okay. Wait. So... But I'm confused. A said I forgot my coat. But B is saying, hey, A's name is written there. So... Who didn't bring their damn coat? Oh, C didn't bring their coat. Okay. So... If B's wearing A's... Then... Now, I'm not saying, like... Well, no, now I'm a little bit confused. What do you mean you forgot your coat, but then your damn thing says A's name's written in this coat? And at the end, they were saying, who's wearing D's coat? Now, I'm not saying, like, oh, like, things that'd be, like, you know, stylish, you know, or matching. But if I had to choose just from aesthetic, I would imagine that D would be having the green coat matching his shirt. Now, once again, I understand, like, oh, that can be, like, too much matching, whatever, but just saying, you know? But if B's wearing A's, then where's... At least I think B's is wearing A's. But what coat is D wearing? Is he wearing... Well, no, hold on a minute. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, so, like, if B has A's coat, and if C's claiming he never had a coat, then maybe D is wearing B's, meaning that C is wearing D's. Nuts. Alright, sorry, I just had to. Alright, so I'm guessing C is wearing D's coat.
Here's my answer.
That was a little confusing, but not terrible.
Phew, that's a relief.
A, B, and D all brought coats to the park. But that's confusing. How A brought a coat? He said he forgot his coat. But then his coat, yeah, but B was wearing it. So A's statement confused the living hell out of me. B is wearing A's coat, so that just leaves the coats that B and D originally brought. D isn't wearing his own coat, so he must be wearing B's. This means C must be wearing D's. Nuts.
Let that puzzle be a lesson to you. If you're careless with your things, you can lose them. Here, take this. I found it over there. You must have left it behind last time you were here. It's a sticker.
Okay. Thank you. Well, there actually isn't anything else to do here, so let's head off to the left. Midland Road is just on the other side of that door. I'll run ahead and open it. Hey! The door's locked. Locked? That can't be. Step aside, little Luke. I'll get it open. Strange. It is locked. Look here, you two. There's an unusual set of numbers embedded in the door. Missing tiles. Uh-oh. To open the door, place 4 numbered tiles in the blank spaces so that all the conditions set forth by the equations are fulfilled. Oh boy. Okay, it doesn't look like I can flip anything, just wanted to make sure. So... okay, let's figure this out. Maybe 6 times 2. That's equals blank and blank. So we want 12, right? 7 and 5. So 6 plus 2 is 8 equals 7 times 5. Oh God, no, that is definitely not it. We definitely need a small number, kind of in each, to be honest with you guys. So, like, I feel like 1 and 2 are going to be somewhere in this capacity. But see, now the arrow's going... I just realized the arrow's going left. Why is that? Am I not thinking about this right? Although, because there's also, like, the equal side. Are they trying to say, like... Well, no, yeah, we... No, I'm getting confused with the equal signs. Let's just drop those really quick. So, yeah, I want, like, small numbers here. So... 3 times 2 is 6. No, that's 5. Damn it. Let's see. 3 times... No, 3 plus... No, I'm still getting 6 here. No, wait, that still kind of makes sense, right? 3? 3 times 2 is 6, right? Which equals 1 plus 5. That's also 6. 3 plus 2 is 5, which is the same as 1 times 5. That's 5. Now... right? That fills everything?
This puzzle has met its match.
Okay.
Success!
I'm assuming maybe you could have, like, you know, switched things around if need be, but that worked. Here's one possible solution. The right half and the left half of the equation are interchangeable. Since they involve addition and multiplication, the equation is viable even if the 2 numbers on the left side swap positions, or if the 2 numbers on the right side swap positions. Okay. Wonderful Luke, wonderful work, Big Luke. I think it's a little early for congratulations, Professor. The door still won't open. If the puzzle wasn't keeping the door shut, what is? Well, I suppose it's time for Plan B. It might seem like too simple a solution, but would you two help me shove this door? Certainly. You seem to run out of other options anyway. Ready, everyone? All together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oof! Jesus Christ, is he okay? Who's that sprawled out on the street? It's hard to believe, but this fella must have fallen asleep against the door. That just goes to show you that every puzzle has an answer, even if that answer is just brute force. Well, think fast, Professor, because the answer's coming right at us and he looks mad. Oh, Nicholas. Hey, why'd you kick down my napping door? Not only did it hurt, but you woke me up. We're terribly sorry, sir.
Please understand we had no idea you were there. Oh, didn't realize it was you. Look, forget I saw anything. I'm feeling kind of queasy, so I'm just gonna head home now. You seem to have driven that poor man off again. I wouldn't fret over it too much, Professor. Besides, we need to keep moving toward the clock shop. We're just about there. Alright, but let's make a quick pit stop to, Anita. Remember her? She has a puzzle, apparently. So, spill the beans. Just how much trouble did that hag get you into? Is it that obvious? Oh yeah, you got a slight shell-shocked look about you. But enough about that. Now that you're here, there's something I'd like your help with. Carrying glasses. Rubbing his back, the waiter sighed wearily and said, "Oh, I always use the same box to carry as many glasses as I can at a time, but there's one type of glass that I hate carrying." Of the 4 glass types pictured here, which one is the waiter talking about? Keep in mind that they all weigh the same. Now, with this being said, there was a puzzle that it's like you have to like know the glasses, but you kind of like have to be on the it's like you have to kind of look at the perspective of it like 3D. They have like a cylinder. So because of that, I want to say it was very similar to B, if I'm not mistaken, because it's kind of like flared open a little bit. It makes it a little iffy to carry nicely. Now, A is symmetrical with everything, so I imagine they may fit in nicely to one another. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused. Of the 4 glass types pictured here, which one is the waiter talking about? They all weigh the same. I always use the same box to carry as many glasses as I can at a time, but there's one type of glass that I hate carrying. Well, I don't know how much you're carrying, because I'm also trying to think, like, how can he carry as much as he can? Going back to B, now the reason why that one puzzle, I think it was in Diabolical Box, why they didn't like that shape is because they were trying to, like, build, like, a pyramid out of it, and it wasn't going to work. However, if you're just trying to carry as much as you can, you're stacking these, and you can fit many of B's glass type in one another. So you can carry a lot, but that's gonna be heavy. All the other ones, I'm not really sure how well they're gonna be able to be carried, or how well they're gonna be able to get stacked nicely. Like that's a very weird shape. You're not gonna be able to stack it. C is kind of the same thing. A, if it's the same size, like you can put it next to each other, but that's about it. So I think and the reason why they say keep in mind they all weigh the same, I think what they're trying to say is like, yeah, he's gonna carry a lot of B, but that also means that's gonna be super heavy. So I think that's what they're going about here.
Let's see if I've got this right. Well, that's settled.
All right. The glass type in question is B. This is the only kind of glass that's stackable, and when you stack several, they become very heavy and a pain to carry. So there we are. What's the story with that hat of yours, anyway? You must be awfully attached to it to keep it on, knowing the kind of trouble it can cause. You're quite right about that. I dare say this hat is one of my most prized possessions. Well, I can see there's no persuading you to take it off, but be careful out there. These days, it seems like there's trouble around every corner in London. I really want to know what happened to Claire. Alright. I guess we can make our way to the shop. Oh, actually, we're going to make a little detour into this shop because we want to check this out.
Watch out, Professor. There's a bee over there.
Now, Luke, I'm sure he won't hurt us, as long as we don't bother him.
If you say so.
You know, I've never seen a bee quite like this. Can you try talking to him, Luke?
I suppose I can give it a shot.
Well, look at Mr. Tall out here. Clearly he knows a bee of distinction when he sees one.
Wow, you're not like any bee I've ever met.
Isn't that what I just said? Well, it's true. I'm no run-of-the-eye bee, but I do try to blend in.
You'd probably have better luck blending in if you didn't talk.
Sure, whatever you say, smart guy. But listen, I've got something you should hear. You know those puzzles you don't get around to solving? Well, they all come hang out with me. You see, I have what you might call one of them magnetic personalities.
Wait, are you saying you've got the same job as Granny Riddleton?
Granny who? I don't know no grannies. But my name is Beasley. I'm gonna tell you how to peruse those puzzles now. So listen good.
I'm all ears.
Tap that flower over there to see a list of all the puzzles I've got. It's as simple as that. So anytime you get a craving to solve some of the puzzles you left behind, come here. Did that all make sense? Because people tell me I do tend to drone on. Get it? Drone?
It makes perfect sense.
All right then. You have fun with those puzzles, and I'll be here if you need me.
Okay, there you go. I hope to God we will somehow. I'm sure they will explain why he can just straight up talk the animals and how Layton is just cool with it. But yeah, it looks like, yeah, this is basically Granny Riddleton of this game.
And they will not be ignored.
Okay. But look, we're all good. We haven't missed anything, so there's that. Why the hell get rid of Granny Riddleton? She was here. So I'm a little bit confused why I just decided to say, no, let's have a bee. Anyway. Let's go back up to the shop. Because, yeah, it went down. It's actually up here, as we can see. But before going in there...
Watch out, you guys. Can't you see you're standing in the middle of a construction site?
It's good to see that construction appears to be moving along.
If only that were the case. See, we've hit a snag. Look at these boards here.
Those are an odd shape. What are you using them for?
Nothing right now. I've got cases of these things, but I can't work with them. I need square boards, see? What's a guy to do?
Okay, making the cut. Oh boy, we've had many of these already. The piece of wood below is an odd shape that's different to work with. Difficult. Your task is to cut into two pieces, when combined, form a square. Because of the grain of the wood, however, the two pieces can't be flipped or rotated after being cut. Draw lines that show up where to make this cut and tap submit. Alright, so it has to be a 5x5. So in that case, I want to use at least that. Is that it? Because when I do that, we're utilizing these three to be added here, right? And then what's also happening, we're taking these two to be utilized here. And because we made the cut here, we can use this. I mean, it seems simple enough. Yeah.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
That was probably the simplest of those
Few things
woodcutting
satisfy
puzzles we
like a
had
puzzle
throughout the
solved.
whole series. That's why I was a little iffy. I'm like, some of these have been kind of difficult before, but here it's like, all right. That wasn't too hard, right? No, it was pretty good. Hey, look at that. One cut and I've got square boards now. Thanks for the idea, friend. Yeah, no problem, buddy. We do what we can to help out. That's kind of our job in a sense. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're over an hour here, and I think it's a pretty good time as well. Like, we're right here next to the clock shop, and I think next time we'll go ahead and see how we can apparently use it to see Inspector Barton and whoever, Barton, excuse me, Inspector Chemley. He wouldn't like to hear that. But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying this so far. But I'm definitely have a lot of questions right now. I'm very wary to trust any of these people as well. So we'll just see what happens. So, as usual, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time for Let's Play Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Love you all so much, and don't forget to spread that love around. Have a great day, everybody.